us jump straight into Unit 3, Area Study 2. And this area of study, it's all about human resource management. And so these are all of the key knowledge points that we're going to go through today. So again, really important having a contemporary example that you're bringing with you to the exam or even in your SACs. But don't stress too much about it. Again, your school's going to give you some examples, case studies that you're going to use. So you won't be left in the deep end for that. Emphasis is put on examining and applying theories, so be most prepared to do this. So you should be able to examine and apply the theories that we learn in this area of study. Yeah, all right. Managing employees and objectives. So what is the link between managing employees and objectives? So effective management of employees means that employees are more likely to be motivated. And if employees are motivated, that's going to decrease staff turnover and also increase employee productivity and efficiency. If both of these mean that there's going to be less cost for the business, so less turnover just means that there's less employees. Well, there's a lower rate of employees leaving the business and needing to be replaced, and so especially when businesses are hiring employees, that's a lot of time and expense because they're having to pay recruiters to try and get employees and recruit employees in the business. So that is quite a significant cost. So if there's less employees leaving the business, that means they don't really have a need to sort of recruit as many people into the business. So that lessens costs. And then also if employees are being productive and efficient, they're also decreasing costs. And if your costs are decreased, that's ultimately going to mean that you have more profits, since profit is given by revenue minus expenses. So if your expenses side is decreased, that means that you're going to still have higher profits. All right. On the other hand, if employees are effectively managed, that just means that they're well trained and they're going to be a lot more effective in doing their job. And so again, if they're well trained, if they know what they're doing, if they know the ins and outs of their jobs, their roles, their duties, they're going to be a lot more productive and efficient. And so that means that the actual quality of their outputs are going to be a lot better and a lot higher. So their outputs are of higher quality. The work that they produce is of greater quality. There might be less mistakes because they've been well trained. And that just means that there's greater customer satisfaction and business reputation, increased sales and revenue, and then also greater market share. So for example, if we think about like CommBank, if the employees are well trained, that means that they're a lot more productive. So if they're trained around how to use like the software, the banking systems, etc., that means they can help their customers a lot better. So they are taking less time. Customers, when they go to the bank, they just want a quick service. They don't want to be spending hours at the bank because the employee doesn't know how to do their job or operate the software. If employees are well trained, they're going to be a lot more quicker. Customers are going to be satisfied, and customers are going to keep wanting to use CommBank as their banking as their bank. And so greater customer satisfaction. Those customers are like, oh my god, love CommBank. Like they solved my problem in literally like 2 minutes when I went there. And so they're going to tell their friends that, and then their friends are going to be like, oh my god, I want to switch to CommBank. And then now everyone's sort of banking at CommBank, and so that uplifts their business reputation, and that means that more people are coming to them. It's going to increase their sales, their revenue, and they're going to have more market share. I know this is like a banking business, but it's still like it's the same idea. So hopefully that sort of makes more sense in how why managing employees can actually, and effective management of employees can actually impact business objectives. So that is